giving me goosebumps. Ooh, this is really interesting. Right? Oh, I love this sonically. This is really sweet.
I'm too tired
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it doesn't get
Yeah, okay.
need a big
Ooh, that sounds so good. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God, beautiful. I don't know why, this one makes me so joyful.
Patricia,
Yes, this is like a completely changed song. Interesting. Oh my God, this is taking me to another world. This is beautiful.
sitting doing nothing.
I am so excited to do more Florence and the Machine. Everything I have done has just been so transformative for me, honestly. That sounds dramatic, but it really is true. It really has felt like quite a spiritual experience for me to listen to this music, and so I'm just so excited to add to it. I know we're going through it quickly. I don't usually go through these things quickly, but it's been a whirlwind, but in a great way. And so today we're doing High as Hope, which, I mean, I love the word hope. That sounds great. We all need a little more hope, I think. And so I really, I don't know, looking at the album cover, it certainly looks very vulnerable, very sweet, hopeful, but maybe a range of different emotions is kind of what I'm getting, as the human experience is, but maybe with some hope in there, which is amazing. I'm so excited. By the way, hello, welcome to Passion Dump of an Autist. My name is Valerie. If you love Florence and the Machine, this is a great channel for you, especially right now during this month, because we are going through the entire discography before the new album comes out on Halloween. And so the content is just pumping out quickly. So if you're loving Florence and the Machine, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below your favorite song on this record. I'm really excited to hear what's resonating with you guys as I kind of go through these things. I also have a Patreon where all my uncut reactions go up. They go up way ahead of time. Patreon subscribers get the content like weeks and weeks and weeks ahead of when it comes out on YouTube. So if you're excited about this journey, it's the best place for you, and it's the best way to support me as well. Although subscribing and liking, commenting, just watching the video is also enough. Absolutely, that is enough, and I appreciate all of you. But if you do want to join the Patreon, join a community, then check out the link in the description. Let's get to it. I'm so excited. This one has 10 songs, 40 minutes, so it's a lot. It feels already a little bit easier to go into, because going into some of these big like deluxes for me with like 19 songs or something, it feels like this big mountain to climb. Even though I'm excited and all the music is amazing, it's like, oh my God, I've got at least 3 hour reaction ahead of me. This is like 10 songs, 40 minutes. Okay, I mean, we're still going to squeeze everything out of it, so it's still going to be longer than 40 minutes, I could tell you that. But like I said, there does feel like a little bit of an ease with it. So let's start. I'm so excited. This one is called June. Oh.
The show was ending and I had started to cry. Woke up in Chicago and the sky turned black. And you're so high, you have to be an angel. And I'm so high, I can see an angel. I hear your heart beating in your chest. The world slows till there's nothing left. Skyscrapers look
those
on
piano
like great
chords.
unblinking giants. And those heavy days in June when love became an act of defiance.
When love became an act of defiance. Wow, that's a beautiful line. I love the atmosphere of this. It's really setting up something really different, I think, than what we've heard in a first track so far. What I've heard anyway so far. The show is ending and I had started to crack. So already starting to feel a little on edge, a little like something brewing. I can see an angel. I hear your heart beating in your chest. The world slows till there's nothing left. Skyscrapers look on like great unblinking giants. In those heavy days in June, when love became an act of defiance. So maybe the world, I don't know exactly what the context of this is. When was this written? I don't even know. 2018. Okay, so I don't know. But maybe there's some type of heaviness or chaos going on in the world around, and love becomes this act of defiance. I feel like when horrible things are going on in the world, things like love, things like dancing, things like joy, they become these acts of defiance, because it's like, I'm not gonna let all the hate and horrible things that are going on in the world, I'm not gonna allow it to suppress me and allow it to, you know, make me not feel things like love and joy and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm getting out of that, but I don't know the exact context, but that's what I'm getting. This is beautiful. I love those little piano chords coming in too. Such an atmosphere. Yeah. Ooh. And that little like coming in almost sounds like a siren. So it feels like there's some type of like chaos going on around, but she's got this person, she's got this love. Hold on to each other.
Hold on to each other.
Beautiful. Oh, this is already giving me goosebumps.
Hold on to each other. And you were brokenhearted and the world was too.
Yeah, I love the
And
piano.
I was beginning to lose my grip.
Ooh.
And I have always held it loosely, but this time I admit I felt it really start to slip.
Ooh, those words. You were brokenhearted and the world was too. Yeah. I love this, and I was beginning to lose my grip. Just feeling like you're really getting ready to fall apart, and I've always held it loosely. Like, yeah, she feels like she's always kind of been on the edge like that, and she hasn't really tried to hold it together with like so much control. But yeah, it's something different this time. Interesting. I love that analogy. Beautiful.
Choirs sang in the street, and I would come to you to watch the television screen in your hotel room.
Oh, beautiful.
Always down to
I love that. I'm always down to hide with you. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like there's some chaos going on around her. It's just nice to have someone to just be there with you and support you. And like, even if what we're doing is just watching the television screen in the hotel room, I'm there. I'm always down to hide with you. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Oh my God. I need someone to watch television with. Oh, but we're not settling. Okay. Hold on to each other. Oh. It's so atmospheric. I like those in my right ear. It's very sweet. Wow. Oh my God. It sounds like the next one goes right into it. So that's pretty cool. Don't worry. Like any transitions or anything like that, I will hear when I kind of just listen to the album. But the point of the reaction that I like to do is I do like to chat about things and so that's why we don't really go straight into things like that. But it did sound like there was a transition of some sort. That was really interesting, June. Such a different way to start an album, but it's like, I don't know. It felt, yeah, it was so atmospheric. I kept saying that because it just, you could, you could really see the whole scene. Like I felt like I was in a hotel room hiding, kind of. And the sky turned black. Yeah, so something, what happened to, I'm trying to think of like so many things have happened in the last 10 years. I'm like, which one? Which chaos, which tragedy are we talking about? I don't know the exact context, but something is going down. Something's awful. I'm not surprised. It's been rough the last 10 years. We're hiding away. Hold on to each other. Absolutely. What an interesting way to start. Okay. Next one is called Hunger. I like the dee dee dee. I like that.
At 17, I started to starve myself. I thought that love was a kind of emptiness. And at least I understood then the hunger I felt. And I didn't have to call it loneliness. We all have a hunger.
Ooh. This is really interesting.
We all have a hunger.
Ooh, her voice sounds so good. I'm not surprised, but it does.
Tell me what you need. Oh, you look so free. The way you use your body, baby. Come on and work it for me. Don't let it get you down. You're the best thing I've seen. We never found the answer, but we knew one thing. We all have a hunger.
Pearl. This is so interesting. This feels like industry stuff to me. Like the way it's written isn't, but for some reason it just makes me think of, and even the idea of hunger and like wanting something, desiring something so bad. It makes me think of the things that you have to do or the things you're asked to do in the industry. I don't know if I'm way off there, but for some reason I'm getting that idea from this. Maybe with the like you're the best thing I've seen. We all have hunger. Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I thought that love was a kind of emptiness. And at least I understood then the hunger I felt. And I didn't have to call it loneliness. Interesting.
We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger. And it's Friday night and it's kicking in. And I can't dress, they're gonna crucify me.
Whoa.
Oh, but you and all your vibrant hues. How could anything bad ever happen to you? You make a fool of death with your beauty. And for a moment, I thought that love was in the drugs, but the more I took, the more it took away, and I could never get it.
Yeah. It's really interesting, and the line about the drugs now kind of just confirms similar to what I think what I was feeling, like the hunger. It's like this, it's these, like, I guess, desires that we have, but like sometimes it's like the darker side of things. I thought that love was in the drug, like just having this craving for more, maybe your soul. Because I would say a lot of what goes on in society is really great, and a lot of it is very goes against, in my opinion, what our soul wants and craves, and so we end up finding these, especially if you're someone that I don't know, is maybe goes outside of the mold a bit. So if you're like neurodivergent or anything, I'm just using that as an example because that's how I would relate in that way. But any kind of like feeling different or feeling outside of the norm, I don't know. Sometimes it becomes easy to kind of try to find these crutches or these ways to cope with some of these desires or this hunger that you feel for something more. You're like, I'm being told this is what I have to do. This is the path that everybody takes. You go to school, you do this, you do that. And that works really great for some people, and I'm not knocking it, and it really does work for some people. But it doesn't work for everybody. And if you are outside of those, what that works for or doesn't, it kind of, I don't know, you feel like there's something wrong with you, and then and I feel like you have this like this hunger, this craving for something more, for something different. And a lot of times because you're not able to fill that void, you will go to things like drugs or like any kind of addiction, sex, alcohol, like so many cases. And it just kind of was feeling like that anyway to me, like this hunger. It's like more than a desire. It's like this craving for something more or something different than what life is feeling like right now. Maybe like an emptiness because your soul is feeling something. I don't know. That's kind of the lines of what I'm getting.
I thought that love was on the stage. You give yourself to strangers. You don't have to be afraid. And then it tries to find a home with people when I'm alone.
Yeah, interesting. I thought that love was on the stage. So again, another like coping, right? You give yourself to strangers. You don't have to be afraid. Yeah.
Picking it apart and staring at your phone. We all have a hunger. 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 Tell me what you need. Are you looking
that's
so free? The way you use your body, baby. Come on and work it for me.
Yeah, it feels
Don't let you down.
like things that people have said to her, or the way she's felt like people are, maybe they haven't like said those words, but like the energy that people are kind of giving off, it feels like that.
The best thing I've seen. We never found the answer, but we knew one thing. We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger.
Why don't I just feel like
We all have a hunger.
so many of Florence and the Machine songs, I feel like just like putting my arms out wide and just like, I don't know, running through a forest. Is that what I think that's what I'm supposed to feel, right? Like, I don't know. It almost feels strange to be, first of all, sitting down, but then also be like in a house, like in an apartment. I feel like I should be outside with the breeze through my hair, and like I said, like free with my arms out to my side. Like that just feels more natural. So maybe we'll just do this. Right?
And it's Friday night and it's keeping in. And that green dress, they're gonna crucify me. Oh, and you and all your vibrant youth. How could anything bad ever happen to you? You make a fool of death with your beauty, and for a moment I forget to worry.
So interesting. That brings up a lot. I feel like I'm only scratching the surface with a lot of what I'm talking about. It just feels like there's a lot. I am getting like industry vibes though from that. Anyways, really super interesting. I love that. Okay, next one. South London Forever. Ooh. Oh, I love this sonically. This is really sweet. Beautiful. There is I definitely am feeling, so I felt like a lighter kind of tone, I guess, with how big, how what is it? How big, how blue, how beautiful. And then I'm even feeling a little bit lighter now with this one too. It's like really evolved into something beautiful. But yeah, that has a really kind of sweet, light, airy feel to it. I don't know. Let's listen again. And South London Forever. Kind of dreamy, right? A little bit.
When I go home alone, I drive past the place where I was born, in the places that I used to drink.
Interesting.
Young and drunk and stumbling in the street outside, the joiners' arms like foals unsteady on their feet.
Oh, okay.
With the art students and the boys in bands, high on and holding hands with someone that I just met.
Okay, we're doing a lot of self-reflection here.
I thought it doesn't get better than this.
Oh,
There
okay.
can be nothing better than this. Better than this.
Oh, this is interesting.
And we climbed onto
Okay, so she's sorry, that was beautiful. I never should have stopped during that line. We'll go back. Don't worry. Don't worry, because that was pretty incredible. Okay, so she's nostalgic. She's going back to this place that she knows well. Did she call it her home? Yeah, the place where I was born and the places that I used to drink. So I would assume, I am not an alcoholic myself, so I can't speak on this, but I would assume that, that's such a big part of like older versions of yourself. And so it would be really interesting to revisit that, to go back and kind of be in the places that you used to drink, and you have this nostalgia, and it's not all bad. it sounds like, you know, it doesn't get better than this. Like it sounds like there was definitely some good moments and maybe some freedom felt from that, and some fun. And it just would be very interesting though, because I'm sure it would feel like such a different person almost. Like it's like revisiting old self. And so there's a lot of self-reflection here already that I'm feeling here. I love this idea. I thought it doesn't get better than this. There can be nothing better than this. So it's like there's almost like joy and melancholy in that for me that I'm picking up on. It's like you can remember these times where you were feeling like this was fun and free time, but also realize what you didn't know at the time, what you know now. There feels like there's a little bit of melancholy in there as well. I don't know. This is really cool. I like this a lot.
I thought it doesn't get better than this.
It's so good when those drums come in like that. A similar feeling that I get when I listen to Lana Del Rey's White Dress. It's like there's this sense of freedom in what you don't know, you know, going back to what it feels like when you're, you know, just out of secondary school and, you know, you're like 18, 19, 20, kind of, you know, that kind of time in your life when you've literally got your whole life ahead of you, your whole adult life, and it's like you can be anything, and there's power in that, and there's beauty in that. And it's interesting to look back at that time because you're like, oh man, I had the whole world at my fingertips. And it's so interesting too because a lot of the time when you're that age, you feel like you know everything too. It's like, oh my God, I know everything and I know exactly what my life is going to be like. And I have the whole plan and I know how I'm going to do it. And there's just this beautiful feeling about that. And then you get to like my age or her age and you realize just how much you didn't know and how much you still don't know. And that's just gaining wisdom and knowledge, I feel like. But it's just interesting because it's just such a switch in perspective, because I feel like a lot of us, when we were that age, we just thought we knew everything, right? And then life hits us. And you grow and you learn and you go through beautiful things and horrible things, and you just learn how much you're humbled, really. But it's interesting to revisit that feeling. Yeah, it gives a really similar feeling to, like, for me anyway, like when I listen to White Dress, I feel a similar way that what I'm feeling listening to this. So it's just kind of cool. I'm not saying it's the same or anything, but just I'm resonating in a similar way.
Better than this. What else could be better than this?
I love this.
Oh, you know I have seen the fields of fly, and everything I ever did was just another way to scream your name.
Oh, wow.
Over and over and over and over
I always do this. Sorry, I peeked. Peeked at the lyrics. I shouldn't do that, but you know, I can't help myself sometimes. It's just kind of it feels like what I was just talking about. The next line is, and we're just children, wanting children of our own. Yeah, it's sorry, this is really beautiful. I love this. Just realizing what you don't actually know, how much you don't actually know.
And we're just children, wanting children of our own. I want a space to watch things grow. But did I dream too big? Do I have to let it go? And what if one day there is no such thing as snow? Oh God, what do I know?
Wow. That's so cool that I picked up on that before she actually said it. That's so cool. How did I think of that? Sorry. That's so cool. Sorry, I find that so cool because it's like so reaffirming. Because I literally just said that, like what you know and what you don't know. And then I did not read that beforehand. That's so cool. And now it's like, and I don't know anything. That's so cool. Sorry, I find that so cool because it just is so affirming to what I was already feeling in the song. This is beautiful. I love this. I just love this whole concept, this whole idea. It's really resonating with me as a 38-year-old. Ooh, that's interesting.
And I don't know anything,
Yeah.
except the green is so green.
Yeah.
And there's a special kind of sadness that seems to come with spring.
Oh.
Oh, do you know what I have seen? I have seen the fields of life, and everything I ever did was just another way to scream your name over and over and over and over flame, but everything I ever did was just another way to scream your name.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's just another way to scream your name. I don't know who we're talking about. Are we talking about someone she's longed for in her life? Maybe, or I don't know. That's kind of how it resonates with me, and just like looking back and realizing like how much of your life you dedicated to one person, even if you weren't with them. It's a really weird realization to make, but I don't know exactly what her inspiration for that is. It's just how it kind of resonated with me. It's just very, very interesting. That was absolutely beautiful. I almost teared up just with joy listening to that. I loved every second of that one. I loved the entire theme, everything. I loved how it sounded. That was just so beautiful. Okay. Big God. Interesting. Interesting song. Okay, song title. I don't know about the song yet because we haven't heard it yet, but interesting title. Big God. Here we go. Oh. There's some interesting noises here. It's like a clicking or like a dripping. Something is going on in the right ear here in the production. The piano is also, I don't know, giving like a very, it's giving me chills. I want to hear it again.
You need a big God, big enough to hold your love. You need a big God, big enough to fill you up. You keep me up at night to my messages, you do not reply. You know I still like you the most, the best of the best and the worst of the worst. Well, you can never know the places that I go. I still like you the most. You'll always be my favorite ghost. You need a big God.
Ooh, this sounds so good.
Big enough to hold your love. You need a big God. Big enough to fill you up.
This is really interesting. I have no idea what we're really talking about here, to be honest. It hasn't clicked in yet. You need a big God. Like, who are we talking about? You keep me up at night. To my messages, you do not reply. Best of the best and the worst of the worst. My favorite ghost. You need a big God, big enough to hold your love. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not totally with it at this point, as far as like knowing who exactly we're talking about, what exactly we're talking about. But let's keep going. If we need to look it up in Genius, then we will. I've got no shame anymore in that. I won't shame myself anymore. I used to. Because I like to be a detective and I always try to figure things out on my own. But it's sometimes, especially if it's not something that resonates as much or something. Like sometimes you listen to a song and you're like, I know exactly what that's about. Which actually could be untrue. Maybe it has nothing to do with how it's resonating. But it just really resonates with you and you're like, I know. Because I felt this, right? And then other times you're like, this is really interesting, but I don't really know what we're talking about. That's kind of how I feel about this one. Sonically, it is absolutely incredible. But I have no idea lyrically what we're talking about right now in this moment. But we're only a minute and a half in, so that's fine.
Sometimes I think it's getting better, and then it gets much worse. Is it just part of the process? Well, Jesus Christ, it hurts.
Yeah.
Though I know I should know better, well, I can make this work. Is it just part of the process?
Process of
Jesus
what?
Christ, Jesus Christ, it hurts. Need a big God.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Yeah.
Big enough to hold your love. Need a big God. Big enough to fill you up. the slide down to the sea.
Ooh, this is so interesting. Oh my god. Whoa. Sonically, this one is my favorite so far because it's just so interesting. I still really have no idea what we're like really talking about though. Is it just part of the process? What process? What process are we going through? Sometimes I think it's getting better and then it gets much worse. Just life in general? You'll always be my favorite ghost. I have no idea who we're talking about. Let's see if I can get some insight here. Oh, obviously. It's not obvious to me, obviously. An unfillable hole in the soul, but mainly about someone not replying to my text. Oh my god, she's amazing. That is the best quote ever. That's so funny. With a feeling of release at the end. Yeah, tense atmosphere. Totally. I did. I felt that. Interesting. An unfillable hole in the soul. You need a big God, big enough to hold your love. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, that makes so much more sense now. And then it makes me think of lungs. Back to lungs, back to the idea of, because now I'm thinking about this text. You keep me up at night to my messages, you do not reply. So I totally, oh my God, I do relate to that. Just the like control someone can have over you if you let them, right? If you're sitting in that place of like, why aren't you replying? And then it creates this hole in your soul because you're feeling like you're looking outside of yourself to fill this void that you're feeling instead of filling it yourself. And it's like it starts with this other person. You need them. I need you to reply so I can feel good again. And then when they're not replying, then it becomes about another outside source, God, which actually, I mean, depending on what you believe, but I believe God is not outside of us, but is within us. That's kind of, I believe we're all just kind of fragments of source, universe, whatever, God, however you want to think about it. That's what I believe. I know different people believe different things, and that's fine. But it feels like this idea of thinking of God then as this outside source to like help fill this void again. When really you can find that within yourself, find that divinity, find that wholeness inside of yourself. Okay, yeah, that makes so much more sense. I feel like I was kind of feeling those feelings. Yeah, I didn't know. I needed that confirmation for sure. That was so interesting. Definitely sonically too, the most interesting so far. Sky full of song. Okay, here we go.
How deeply are you sleeping, or are you still awake? A good friend told me you've been staying out so late. Be careful, oh my darling, oh be careful what it takes. From what I've seen so far, the good ones always seem to break. And I was screaming at my father, and you were screaming at me. And I can feel your anger from way across the sea. And I was kissing strangers, I was causing such a scene. Oh, the heart, it hides such unimaginable things. Grab me by my ankles, I've been flying for too long.
I love that. Grab me by my ankles. I've been flying for too long. Like just wanting that sense of like an anchor or a sense of groundedness. And yeah, you would understand, especially if you're this big touring artist. I mean, it's relatable, I think, for a lot of people in many different ways. But even just thinking in that way, in the like practical way, I've been flying for too long, like just being everywhere all the time, being busy, being flying around the world, and just like wanting this sense of home, maybe this sense of groundedness and like wanting that anchor. I can totally understand, obviously not from necessarily her context, but in my own way, I definitely have felt like I would love some more anchor, support, groundedness. Yeah, I love that line. That's stunning poetry. The heart, it hides such unimaginable things. Wow, that's beautiful too. Okay, let's keep going. I love this.
From the thunder in a sky full of
I
song.
couldn't hide.
And
Sorry.
I want you so bad.
These are like stunning lines here. I gotta like think about all of them. I couldn't hide from the thunder in a sky full of song. A sky full of song. Beautiful song. But I couldn't hide from the thunder. Maybe feeling like these bad things are just finding her. There's so much beauty and amazing things in life, but like, it's like the darkness just always finds me. Maybe. That's kind of what I'm getting.
But you could be anyone.
I want
I couldn't hide.
Sorry, it's like every line is so good. Sorry, I need to contemplate every line in this because this is beautiful. It all has so much meaning. And I want you so badly, but you could be anyone. That, we're gonna sit on that for a minute, but that's really interesting. Okay.
And I want you so badly, but you could be anyone. I couldn't hide from the thunder in a sky full of song. Hold me down, I'm so tired now.
Oh, yeah.
At the sky.
Oh.
Take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie.
Oh.
And I can tell that.
Oh. Hold me down. I'm so tired now. Like, I need a reason to. It's like, I need someone else to hold me down. I need someone else to take me out. Girls, what the heck? It's like she needs someone else to force her to rest. And I totally get that because it becomes really difficult, especially, I mean, I can't. Jenny, stop. Yeah, I can't imagine, especially being this huge artist. It's like it's your whole life is scheduled for I don't know how long, probably like years or at least like a full year in advance kind of thing. And it's like, it must be it would be hard to feel free and it would be hard to rest. And it's like you have these outside forces controlling you, and that would mean that you would need those outside forces as well to be the ones to help you or force you to rest. And it's so interesting. That is so interesting. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm in trouble when that music starts to play. In a city without seasons, it keeps raining in LA.
Oh.
I feel like I'm about to fall, the room begins to sway. And I can hear the sirens, but I cannot walk away. Grab me by my ankles, I've been flying for too long.
Yeah, I can hear the sirens, but I cannot walk away. She can feel this need. It's like your body will tell you what you need, right? And it doesn't matter what fucking schedule you've got, your body doesn't care about that, right? And yeah, so it's that feeling of those things not being in alignment. Oh my God, alignment. Back to the oracle card. But yeah, you would feel you know, if what you're feeling inside and what you feel like your body needs, you need this rest, but you literally like, and you feel it, you feel, oh my God, like I know if I don't stop right now, I know that I can feel it coming. It's not going to be good. But feeling like you can't walk away, like you just have to like keep moving along, keep chugging along, especially if you have commitments, contracts, whatever.
Couldn't hide from the thunder in a sky full of song. And I want you so badly, but you could be anyone. I couldn't hide from the thunder in a sky full of song. Hold me down, I'm so tired now.
Yeah.
Aim your arrow at the sky. Take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie. I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight.
Oh, it's interesting. There's almost a hope in that, which is sad in itself, which is very melancholic. I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight. It doesn't even sound like necessarily a bad thing when she sings that, which is, like I said, so sad. What the heck, man? That was very interesting, the way that was sung.
I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight.
Oh, beautiful.
I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight. I thought I was flying, but maybe I'm dying tonight. Hold me down, I'm so tired now. Aim your arrow at the sky.
Oh, pretty.
Take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie.
Oh,
Me
beautiful.
down, I'm too tired now. Aim your at the sky. And take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie.
We're gonna put it back, but I just had an opportunity to grab my pups here and she's really struggling, so. What's up, Bubba? I love you.
Take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie. Hold me down, I'm too tired now. Aim your at the sky. And take me down, I'm too tired now. Leave me where I lie.
Beautiful. Stunning. Oh my God. These are so beautiful. Very different sonically, but again, like still in the realm of Florence and the Machine for sure. Like it sounds like Florence and the Machine. And I don't mean just because of her voice, but I also mean just the sound of it, the production, everything. But it is very different production. So it's very, very interesting. Okay, so we're halfway through here. God, this is so good. I'm loving this one for sure. Okay, next one is called Grace.
I'm sorry I ruined your birthday. I guess I could go back to university. Try and make my mother proud. Stop this phase I'm in, she deems dangerous and loud. The spelling is a problem, as is
The vibe of this is so interesting. It's almost like jazzy kind of.
the spelling is a problem, ours is the discipline, and I don't think it would be too long before I was drunk in Camberwell again. But this is
She's
the
like, no, I
only
can't do
thing
this.
I've ever had any faith in.
Okay, yeah.
Grace, I know you carry us, grace, and it was such a mess, grace. I don't say it enough, grace. You are so loved.
Is Grace a person, or are we talking about like Grace, like the virtue? I need to know. Oh, her sister Grace. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Like, I wanted to know if this was like an actual person, Grace. Amazing. Okay, okay. Florence has always felt like the little sister, despite being older. Her sister always looked after Florence, and this song is an ode to her. Okay, yeah, I mean, these are the type of things that I appreciate about looking at Genius, because that definitely adds to the experience of listening to it. So I'm glad that I did that. Okay.
Sorry I ruined your birthday. You had turned 18, and the sunshine hit me, and I was behaving strangely. All the walls were melting, and there were mermaids everywhere. Hearts flew from my hands, and I could see people's feelings. This is the only thing I've ever had any faith in.
And I think this is the only thing, yeah. I think she's talking about like the life she's chosen, her career, but like also, I think she also is also talking about having faith in just in this, her sister, beautiful Grace, as well. Cool. Hearts flew from my hands, and I could see people's feelings. That's so cool. That's such an interesting way of, I think, describing what it feels like to express yourself through art.
Grace, I know you carry us, grace, and it was such a mess, grace, I don't say it enough, grace, you are so loved.
Oh, beautiful.
And you were the one I treated the worst. Only because you love me the most. We haven't spoken in a long time.
Oh, that's sad.
I think about it sometimes. I don't know who I was back then, and I hope on hope I would never treat anyone like that again.
Oh.
This is the only thing I've ever had any faith in. Oh, grace.
I could be wrong, but I feel like it's like a realization. It's like, I think she's kind of reconciling choosing this life, this career that has been away from her family, but then like realizing, it feels like realizing throughout the song that really the only thing she's ever had faith in is her love for her sister, her family. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of how it's resonating with me, I guess. It's beautiful. I love it.
I know you carry us grace, and it was such a mess. Grace, I don't say it enough. Grace, you are so grace. I know you carry us grace, and it was such a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Grace, I don't say it enough. Grace, you are so loved. The only thing I've ever had any faith in.
Oh,
This is the
beautiful.
only thing
This
I've
outro is
had any faith
gorgeous.
in. This is the only thing I've ever had any faith in. This is the only thing I've ever had any faith in.
Beautiful. It just felt like a beautiful kind of realization. Okay, who's Patricia now? I feel like I just want to know before, because it hits more when you kind of have a little bit more context when it's something like that. Homage to the American artist Patti Smith. Okay, who she calls her North Star. Okay. Beautiful. That's really cool. I love hearing when you hear artists that, you can see as someone that you look up to and resonate with, and realizing that they have these influences obviously as well, and these people who they look up to and their art. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, Patricia, you've always been my North Star. And I have to tell you something, I'm still afraid of the dark. That you take my...
It's so beautiful. It's like when Pearl, yeah, I think these first few lines are just so sweet. It like really humanizes her in my eyes. I mean, obviously we know she's human, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you can put your favorite people or your celebrities or these people like kind of on a pedestal a little bit. I feel like we all do it. But this flips it a little bit, because it's like there's almost something so sweet and childlike. There's a vulnerability there. I have to tell you something. I'm still afraid of the dark, Yeah, it's so beautiful.
And in your hand, from you the flowers grow.
Beautiful.
And do you understand, with every seed you sow, you make this cold world beautiful. You told me our doors are open to the believer.
Beautiful.
You told me our doors are open to the believer.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Oh, Patricia, you've always been my North Star.
Isn't that the truth? You told me all doors are open to the believer. I believe her. I believe her too. Absolutely. That is manifestation right there. That is beautiful. I love that.
Oh, Patricia, you've always been my North Star.
Ooh, beautiful strings here. Interesting.
You can, you only take as much as you can grab with two hands. With your big heart, you praise God above, but how's that working out for you, honey? Do you feel love? She told me I'm doing
Yes. God, this is good. why. This one makes me so joyful.
Patricia, you've always been my North Star.
Nice.
Drink too much coffee and think of you often in a city where reality is long been forgotten. And are you afraid? 'Cause I'm terrified. But you remind me that it's such a wonderful thing to love. 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 It's such a wonderful thing.
Oh my god, this is stunning. Oh, that put me in a trance at the end there. That was beautiful. It's such a wonderful thing to love. We all need that, right? We all need that inspiration. You know, I think for a lot of us, Florence is that inspiration, but, you know, she needs inspiration as well. And that's just so cool. That was beautiful. We all need that inspiration, that reminder that it's a wonderful thing to love. And yeah, that's so cool. That was beautiful. Where are we doing? Okay. Okay, we've got 3 more left in the record. Oh my god. 100 years.
I believe in you, and in our hearts we know the truth. And I believe in love. And the darker it gets, the more I do.
Oh,
Try to
beautiful.
fill us with your hate, and we will shine a light. And the days will become endless and never turn to night. And never turn to night.
I love that.
And it's just too much. I cannot get you close enough. 100 arms, 100 years. You can always find me here. And Lord, don't let me break this. Let me hold it lightly.
Let me
Give
hold
me
it
arms
lightly.
to pray with instead of ones that hold too tightly.
Oh, beautiful.
We have no need to fight.
I love this idea. 100 arms, 100 years, you can always find me here. Then it's just too much. I cannot get you close enough. And Lord, don't let it break this. Let me hold it lightly. Give me arms to pray with instead of ones that hold too tightly. Maybe she's dealt with that before, with like kind of this anxious attachment, feeling like you need to like hold and grip everything that you love, and that doesn't usually work. Right? Usually, or that's what I've learned anyway, is that, you know, nothing other than yourself and your own essence is, and body is yours. Everything else, including other people, like, they're not yours, so you can't hold on tightly, unfortunately. You have to have this sense of surrender and loosened grip when it comes to relationships, I think, and trust that what's meant for you will find you and will stay with you, you know? Instead of gripping and control, right? It's finding this balance of control. I love that idea.
We raise our voices and let our hearts take flight. Get higher than those planes can fly.
I think I was getting confused because I think the Spotify lyrics are wrong here because I'm hearing her say, "Don't let me break this," which reminds me of ship to wreck, right? And that idea of, have I built something up just to break it down, just to wreck it? Lord, don't let me break this. Let me hold it lightly. Yeah. Wanting to be careful with, maybe with this love that feels precious, wanting to do things differently and not grip too tightly this time. It's so beautiful.
Little words that hold you tight. I let him sleep, and as he does, my head breath fills the room with love. Hurts in ways I can't describe. My bends and breaks so many times. And his body.
That's beautiful. My held breath fills the room with love. My held breath. Like just being so afraid to break this, to do anything, that you're holding your breath, which actually is the opposite of that loosening the grip, of that surrender. The breathe, the breath out is the surrender, is the relax, is the loosening of the grip. But I love that because that just speaks to that tendency to really hold things tight. Fills the room with love, yeah. Because that's the intention. The intention is to really just hold on to this thing that you find so precious and beautiful. My heart bends and breaks, yeah, so many, many times, and is born again with each sunrise. That's beautiful.
Again with each sunrise. It is born again with each sunrise.
Beautiful. Ooh, yes. Okay. Yes, this is like a completely changed song. Interesting. Yeah. I love that. Beautiful.
Funerals were held all over the city. The youth bleeding in the square. And women raged as old men fumbled and cried. We're sorry, we thought you didn't care.
Oh.
And how does it feel now you scratched that itch? How does it feel? You pulled out all your stitches.
Oh, what are we talking about here? Okay, I'm missing something. I need to know what this part is about because I'm missing something for sure. 2016, multiple major world events were occurring. Okay, that's kind of what we were talking about, right? What is this part, this interlude, or this? Oh, I was wondering that, actually. I should have said it. I should have said it. I was thinking there was a Me Too kind of, yeah, the women raged as old men fumbled. We're sorry, we thought you didn't care. Yeah, I was feeling that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Hubris is a bitch. 100 arms, 100 years. Interesting. Okay. Cool. There's a lot in this. Arms holding too tightly can hurt. Yeah, okay. I was on the right track here. I was just I think this little part was confusing me, how it fits in with the big picture, but that makes a lot more sense to me now. Okay, cool.
Hubris is a bitch. And it's just too much. The streets, they still rhyme with blood.
God, interesting. I love the production on that. That was so cool. And the build on that, it was like from the beginning to the end, like it felt like a completely different song. And I mean that in a good way. I loved it. Okay, second last song here, The End of Love. Ooh, it's kind of eerie. And now it's resolved a little bit. Hmm. Oh my God, this is taking me to another world. This is beautiful.
I feel nervous in a way that can't be named. I dreamt last night of a sign that read the end of love. And I remember thinking, even in my dreaming, it was a good line for a song. We were a family pulled from the flood. You tore the floorboards up and let the river rush in, not wash away, wash away. We were reaching in the dark.
Oh, beautiful.
That summer in New York.
Oh my God. Beautiful.
And it was so far to fall, but it didn't hurt at all. Yeah, let it wash away, wash away. In a moment of joy and fury, I threw myself from the balcony like my grandmother saw me years before me.
Oh.
I've always been in love with you. Could you tell it from the moment that I met you?
Oh.
And we were a family pulled from the flood. You tore the floorboards off, let the river rush in, not wash away, wash away. We were reaching in the dark. Wash away. That summer in New York.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Was it so far to fall?
So many chills.
You said it didn't hurt at all. Let it wash away, wash away. And Joshua came down from the mountain with a tablet in his hands. Ooh, 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 told me that he loved me. Yeah.
Oh.
And then ghosted me again.
Oh.
Reaching in the dark. That summer in New York. And it was so far to fall, but it didn't hurt at all. I let it wash away, wash away. Wash away. Summer in New York. Wash away. And it was so far to fall, but it didn't hurt at all. I let it wash away, wash away.
Oh my God. That was an experience. Not often do I let a song play all the way through If you've been watching me for a while, you know that, but I don't know. I felt like I just needed to hear it from beginning to end. That was incredible. I definitely feel like that one encapsulates the album title a lot because in amongst all this darkness, uneasiness, tough emotions that we're working through here, there stays this sense of hope throughout it. I let it wash away, wash away. She doesn't wash away with it. She lets it wash away. It's like it's this power of going through these dark moments, these hard moments, these tough emotions to deal with and feeling them and letting them flow through you and out rather than again it's this beautiful this is what it is, the acceptance, letting it flow through you so you can move on and work through these things, work with them rather than against them. You're letting them wash away. And this is so interesting too, in a moment of joy and fury. Joy and fury. Like, this is sad. Like my grandmother some years before me. I've always been in love with you. Could you tell it from the moment that I met you? Oh, powerful. Of a sign that read the end of love. Beautiful. Sorry, there's a lot to contemplate in that one as well. But I'm glad I let it just play instead of just, instead of just talking about each and every line, which I love to do sometimes. As you know, we did it in this this reaction. But then sometimes you just want to like let the song wash over you, and that's what I did for this one, and I don't regret it. That was beautiful. Okay, we are at the end here. Last song, No Choir. Here we go.
And it's hard to write about being happy, 'cause the older I get, I find that happiness is an extremely uneventful subject. And there would be no grand choirs to sing, no chorus could come in about two people sitting doing nothing.
It's really beautiful. It's so true. Especially, I don't know, I feel like I relate in many ways to the turbulence of emotions. I feel emotions so strongly, and I think that's one of the reasons why I resonate with Florence and the Machine, because they're always telling these big stories, these big dramatic things, and that's uh, what does seem like makes really interesting art is telling these kind of these big dramatic emotions because we all kind of feel them, and it's really cathartic um to hear it, right? And but as someone who feels like I've been on a roller coaster in my life and then obviously gone on this roller coaster with Florence and the Machine up until this point, there's just something so beautiful though and peaceful about just, yeah, two people sitting doing nothing. That's the dream. That is the dream. That's my dream. I would love to just, sit in a field and, yeah, just be peaceful and joyful for a time. I mean, we know that the waves always come crashing in. They always do. That's life. That is life. But yeah, and I think like any artist would have that fear too. It's like, what's going to happen if my life is stable and happy and joyful? What can I write about? especially if you've made your life's work on all this turbulence and storms. Sorry, that really got me. That's really beautiful, though. Okay, let's keep going.
But I must confess, I did it all for myself. I gathered you here to hide from some vast, unnameable fear.
Yeah.
But the loneliness never left me. I always took it with me, but I can't put it down in the pleasure of your company. And there will be no grand choirs to sing, no chorus will come in, no ballad will be written. It will be entirely forgotten. And if tomorrow it's all over, at least we had it for a moment. Oh darling, things seem so unstable, but for a moment we were able to be still.
That's the dream. That is the dream. Beautiful. Oh, angelic.
There will be no grand choirs to sing, no chorus will come in, no ballad will be written. This will be entirely forgotten. Da, 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 da,
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was beautiful. God, what a way to end this. That was stunning. What a beautiful album. High as Hope. I love that. I loved every second of that. That was so good. Oh my God. I don't even remember. I remember I loved June, how it started, because it just solidified how different the record was going to be, and I loved that. Oh my God, I died for South London Forever. That was so cool. Big God, it was amazing. Sky Full of Song, they were all so good. Patricia, I was obsessed with. Wow. The End of Love was so interesting as well. Yeah, definitely still exploring a lot of different emotions, but I totally get that idea that there is just this overall sense of hope. It's like in so many of the records, it felt like we were lost, we were in the fog. It's like there's we're still going through life with the ups and downs as you always are, but there's more clarity. There's more surrendering to the ups and downs of life instead of controlling and holding on so tightly and trying to control every little thing. There is a sense of letting everything wash over us as we go through it, and trusting that you've already gone through all these storms, so you know how to navigate through these things. And so that mindset shift is just this new way of navigating these ups and downs. There is more a sense of hope and understanding that, and trust in self. Man, like, think of this and this mindset compared to Lungs. It's night and day. It's so cool. The journey, the personal journey and growth is absolutely so cool too. I mean, it's really neat too, because obviously I'm like fast tracking all of this, so I can remember listening to Lungs not that long ago, right? And so to do this and we're like fast tracking through however many years of personal growth of this band and their perspective. It's so cool. It's so so cool. Anyways, that was amazing. Let me know which ones resonated with you. We got through the whole album and I didn't really cry. I was getting like emotional in times, but I didn't cry until the very end. That's so cool. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you for being on this journey with me. It's been so fun, and we still have Dance Fever, and then we still have music videos, and we still have the new one coming out. So there's lots of Florence content coming up. Thank you guys again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and week, and I will see you for the next video. Bye.